Real stories, real people.
This happened to me 5 years ago, and I swear it's real. My name's Tyler. I was working night shift at a Chevron off I-17 near Flagstaff, Arizona. It was around 3:15 a.m. when the intercom buzzed from Pump 2. I checked the camera, no one was there. A few minutes later, Pump 1 buzzed, then Pump 3. Still nothing. I looked at the security screen again, and that's when I saw it. A face, right against the lens. Charred skin, twisted mouth. It whispered, "Open up." I froze. Then I killed the feed and ran. I tried to tell my manager the next day. He just laughed. Said the night messes with your head. But that week, I kept seeing weird things on the cameras. Movement at pumps with no cars. Shadows standing still for minutes, then disappearing. I stopped checking the screens unless I had to. But on Friday night, it happened again. Only this time, the face wasn't outside. It was inside the store, right in front of the camera above the register. Same burnt skin, same grin. Only this time, it was pointing at me. I didn't sleep that night. Next shift, I asked to switch with someone, anything, to avoid that store. No one wanted to cover. They said it felt off lately. That Friday night, around 3 a.m., the screen turned to static. Then, one by one, every monitor shut down. Total blackout. But the intercom buzzed again. No camera this time, just the voice. Same whisper, "Open up." I walked outside, shaking. The pumps were empty, except for one. A man stood there, burned, smiling, pointing at the store. I called the police, but when they arrived, everything looked normal. The cameras were working again. No static, no man, no proof. One officer even laughed, said maybe I dozed off and dreamed it. But I didn't sleep at all that week. And every night, at 3 a.m., the same intercom buzzed. No one ever showed on the cameras. Just the buzzing, then silence. Until Monday. That night, I paused the feed at the exact second the screen glitched. And there it was again. That same face, closer this time, looking straight at me. I printed a still from the paused frame, taped it inside the security booth. Every time I looked at it, I felt sick, like it was watching me, even on paper. I started noticing things around the station. Keys moved, cabinets left open, lights flickering in the back hallway. And every night at exactly 3 a.m., that same whisper through the intercom, "Open up." No one believed me, but I knew what I saw. So I made a decision. I'd stay up and wait. Camera on, all lights off. If it came back, I'd catch it. I turned off every light in the store, sat in the dark with the monitor glowing in front of me. The intercom buzzed 3 a.m. sharp, but I didn't answer. Instead, I watched the screen. At first, nothing, just the usual grainy feed. Then the screen flickered, and there he was, standing at pump 4, not moving, just watching. The image glitched, and suddenly, he was closer. I paused the frame again. His face was inches from the lens, mouth open, eyes black, and something behind him, a second shape, smaller, moving. I zoomed in on the smaller shape behind him. It looked human, a child, barefoot, thin, hair covering most of their face. They were moving slow, shaky steps toward the man. but he didn't react. He just stood there, smiling. Then, both figures vanished. No glitch, no blur, just gone. That night, I found small footprints behind the station, in the dust, by the back wall, bare feet. Tiny. I followed them around the corner, but they stopped, right under a broken camera, like someone or something knew exactly where not to be seen. I went home that morning, exhausted. But something was wrong. My apartment door was unlocked. Inside, nothing seemed touched except my bathroom mirror. It was fogged up, like someone had breathed on it, and written 2 words: "Still watching. I live alone. No one else has keys." I wiped the mirror clean, and that's when I saw it. A smudge on my shirt. Dusty, like from outside the gas station. And on the floor, tiny footprints. The same ones, leading from the window to my bed. That night, I didn't go to work, but around 3 a.m., I woke up. Not from a sound, but from the cold. The window was open, curtains swaying, like someone had just slipped inside. I grabbed my phone and opened the camera, started recording, slowly walked through the apartment. Then I saw it, a reflection in the microwave door, the burned face, behind me, smiling. I turned around, nothing there, but on my phone screen, it was still there, closer, smiling wider, and standing next to it, the child. I don't work nights anymore. I moved in with my brother, 2 towns over. I don't talk about what happened. Not really. But last week, I found something that brought it all back. My brother asked if I'd been in the garage. Said he found dusty footprints by the door. Same size, same pattern. I went to check. There were prints on the inside too, leading to the mirror we keep in the corner. It was fogged up and written across it. Not open up. Just one word, this time. Soon. This happened to me in 2019 when I was working nights at a gas station outside Clarksville, Tennessee. It was a slow Friday, no cars, for almost 2 hours. Around 2 a.m., I went to restock drinks. The cooler's in a back storage room down a narrow stairwell. I hated going down there. It always felt colder than it should. That night, I heard a loud bang before I even reached the bottom. Like something had dropped or fallen. I froze, took a step back, and heard it again, closer this time. I turned around and ran back upstairs. I stayed behind the counter for a while, trying to calm down. I thought maybe something just fell off a shelf, but the sound didn't match. It was heavy, almost like a body. I checked the cameras. There's one pointed at the top of the stairwell, and another down in the basement. The top one was fine, but the basement feed? Black, like the camera was off or blocked. I switched angles. Still nothing. Then the screen flickered, and for half a second, I saw someone, standing perfectly still, right in front of the lens. I blinked, and the screen went black again. I rewound the footage, paused, zoomed, nothing. No face, no body. Like it never happened. But I know what I saw. I called my boss, told him someone might have broken in through the back. He said, "No way, that door's locked from the inside." Still, he said he'd come check. Said he'd be there in 20. I kept staring at the monitor, hand shaking. Then I heard something from the back hallway. Slow, heavy steps coming up the stairs. But the door was still closed, and locked from my sight. When my boss pulled up, I met him at the door. I told him about the footsteps, the blackout on the basement cam, the figure. He looked tired, skeptical. Still, he brought a flashlight and said, "Let's check." I followed him down the stairs, heart pounding. It was cold, way colder than usual. He unlocked the door to the back room. The smell hit us first, like something had rotted. Boxes were scattered everywhere. We heard a sound in the corner, soft breathing. He aimed the light. There was nothing there, but the breathing didn't stop. The breathing stopped when we stepped farther in. My boss walked around, shining the flashlight across the walls. I noticed something on the floor. Long black marks, like something had been dragged. He said maybe it was rats, but rats don't breathe like that. He checked the back door, still locked, deadbolt intact. No sign of a break-in. We turned to leave, and the flashlight flickered. For half a second, we saw a shadow move across the wall. It didn't match either of us. It was taller, thinner, and it moved without making a sound. We both froze. My boss didn't say a word. He just backed toward the stairs. "Let's go," he whispered. As we turned, the door slammed shut behind us. Hard, like someone kicked it. He dropped the flashlight. The bulb cracked, and we were in darkness. I fumbled for my phone, turned on the screen. The light caught something in the corner. Not a person. Too thin. Too wrong. It moved. Fast. I screamed. We ran up the stairs without looking back. When we reached the store, he locked the basement door and said, "We're not going back down." We didn't say much after that. My boss left, told me to keep the door locked and stay inside. I sat behind the counter until sunrise. Lights on, every camera feed running. Nothing happened. No more sounds. No more shadows. But I couldn't relax. The store felt wrong. Heavy. Like it was holding its breath. When the day shift guy arrived, I didn't tell him anything. I just walked out. But before I left, I checked the monitors one more time. The basement cam was back, static for a second. Then a face, smiling, looking up. I didn't go back to work for 3 days. My boss covered the shifts, said he was handling it. But at night, things started happening at home. The bathroom mirror fogged up on its own. Lights flickered, even with new bulbs. I woke up one night to find my closet door wide open. Inside, there was dust, and 2 small black smudges on the floor, like footprints. I told myself it was just in my head. But then, at 3 a.m., my phone buzzed. A notification from my security camera app, motion detected, in the basement feed. I didn't even know my phone still had access to the station's cameras. I hadn't checked the app in weeks. But there it was, motion detected at 3 a.m. I opened the feed. Basement cam. Black screen. Then it flickered. Just static. Then, for maybe 1 second, the feed cleared. I saw the stairwell and something at the bottom. It wasn't moving. It wasn't even clear, but it was there. I closed the app, deleted it, and turned my phone off. I haven't talked to anyone from the station since, not even my boss. It's been over a year. I work days now, somewhere else. I don't tell people what happened, not because I'm scared of sounding crazy, but because I still don't know how to explain it. Sometimes I wonder if it's still down there, in that basement. I'll never go back to find out. I drive past the station sometimes. It's still open, different staff, new signs, but the same building, Same basement. Sometimes I think I see someone through the glass, standing near the stairs, just watching. But I never stop to look twice.